Live from the WTC studios in Milton, Pennsylvania, it's the nearly famous CB Show, starring Chris Patton and Brandon Kozer. And now, here are the stars of the show, Chris and Brandon.
This week. Hey,
pretty good. Yeah,
welcome back, man.
Yeah, I know.
Missed you last week.
I know. It was a big event last week, right? I know you touched on it.
I did touch base. Yeah.
It was cool. We have a great relationship with Mojo. It does a lot of our marketing, and they actually traveled down to the event.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and they put together a video that maybe some of the audience has seen on the social media platforms, but pretty cool. So let's take a look.
Today is the culmination of a 4-year journey in Pulaski County, Virginia. We started out through our transportation company, Watsontown Trucking, doing freight business for Volvo Truck here. It expanded out into a logistics center that we constructed. And always on my mind was, as Volvo was developing their electric truck, was to have an electric truck transport material from our warehouse to the assembly plant 7 miles away. And today is really the culmination of all that work that went into the Volvo engineers developing the truck, to us setting up the routes and getting awarded this business. Has just been a fantastic journey. 4 years went by quick and a lot of work, but we're anxious to get the truck on the road and make a difference.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a real neat video.
Yeah. The great work by them. But so we're electrified now, right?
We are. We got it in there.
That's great. They for the most part, drivers love it. It's a different feel for them. But hey, we're helping the environment. We're doing we're doing the right thing. We're partnership with Volvo, which is huge.
Right, it's huge. Big step
to do that. So we got more things coming in the pipeline, possibly with the electric truck. So stay tuned. And we did say at the end of 2021, it's going to be an exciting year.
It's so far, man. We definitely. Yeah. I don't feel that we've disappointed. It's been a great year. So,
well, why don't we get right into our favorite subject then?
Yeah.
The weekly update.
So, this week we had a big class. Let me get at my notes here because literally it was a big class.
Yeah.
We had 6 guys in orientation here. Ooh. So we had Brian and Eugene from Virginia, Darian and Frank and Daniel from PA, and then we had a Josh from New York.
Oh, right.
And
welcome aboard.
Today, actually, we did an orientation with a guy from Jersey.
So that's 7.
So that's 7.
Yeah.
And then we have a gentleman that we are hiring in Florida to run the local shuttle down there. So technically we can get away with 8.
Yeah.
But depending on what next week looks like, I may want to make that guy the Florida guy. We'll put him in next week. But great week. A good class. No DOT reportables, no lost time injuries. So all together, really starting the year off great with that kind of stuff. That's awesome. Keep up the great work. As always, make them all feel welcome. If you happen to bump into them, they're asking questions. Help them out the best that you can.
Awesome. Johnny Walker, we just talked about Virginia. If you saw in that video, I don't know if you caught a good glimpse. When we were down there, he had a big, he's a bigger guy.
He is a big guy, yeah.
He got that black trench coat on. I said, it looks like a Secret Service.
Just needed some shades. Yeah.
But all jokes aside, he was just on Fox News this week, which is pretty cool. Down there with Roanoke, and did a nice clip. So good job to him. But I do want to give him a special shout out. The other weekday it snowed down there in Virginia, and so there's this trail. They get snow on top of trailers.
You gotta get it cleaned off.
Snow scraper down.
Right.
And Volvo was looking for some assistance getting some loads over and delivered, and the warehouse is looking for. So Jonathan took it upon himself, and he went down and and help get the snow on the roof by getting up there on the scissors lift and shoveling the snow off top of trailers, and him and Robbie Williams actually. So shout out to Jonathan. I guess you say it's going above and beyond.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely outside the scope.
We actually tried to outsource it through some service providers down there, and they said it was too windy.
Yeah.
So what do you do? So there's Jonathan kind of stepped up. So from Secret Service to marketing to screening trailers off the roof is
all around. There you go.
And getting some drivers in the door here up from Virginia. So.
Yeah, definitely. So keep up the great work, Jonathan.
Yeah,
good job, man. And Robbie, thanks for your extra help. Always Robbie. He's always in the mix, doing above and beyond. So again, thanks for both of you guys.
Yeah. Speaking of going and beyond, I keep highlighting it. There's two gentlemen on the warehousing side, that really are going up.
Every time something comes up,
it seems to step
it's
up.
the same two guys.
Now they're in Oklahoma.
Wow.
So there's an emergency situation for Ardell out in Oklahoma, Spoke, Oklahoma. So they both went out there, and Alex and River, you've heard their name. We showed them pictures, snowboarding. They're like celebrities now.
Yeah.
Anyway, there they are. They're out there, and they're gonna be out there, for a little bit, and just helping them out. So they're well known. So it just shows, hard work. People notice. Not even just us.
Outside people, absolutely, absolutely.
So, congrats to them. So I guess does that wrap up the weekly update?
If that's all you got, we got the weekly update.
So Brandon, snow. We talk about snow here, and I gotta get something off my chest here a little bit. I guess I don't want to offend anybody, but it's gonna snow, right?
It's definitely gonna snow.
And normally we know it's gonna snow. The weather, and sometimes the weather forecasts actually, make it bigger deal than what it actually is.
Right. Sometimes they're calling for 12, you get 2. Sometimes they're calling for 2, you get 12.
Yeah. So,
but you always got to prepare.
And they put this fear of God in us that it's gonna this salacious event's gonna occur and stuff. So I think that affects people along with like schools. I think it is this day. And I don't blame the schools because of liability that's all out there and stuff. But it's like the snow day.
Right.
Everybody's got a snow day.
Cancel snow day half the time before they even start to snow. That's not how it works. It shouldn't work that way.
The thing that frustrates me, we're a 48 state carrier, and with operations at PW, we service the 48 states. So when it snows here, it doesn't mean it's snowing elsewhere. So if we're not operating, we're not doing our things, we can affect other areas of the country because we're not doing our thing. So I thought, I came to you earlier this week. I said, for those that maybe aren't used to snow, or what can we do as a company to offer like some ideas to help them through and train them, potentially, hey, a snow is going to come, and what do we do? How do we react to that? How do we make sure that, hey, we take, we don't miss days of work. We were able to get there and provide for our customers.
Well, we become a reliable employee.
Right.
You're a reliable employee for all weather. So you did come to me earlier this week for that. And, you and I both kicked around the simple things. It's the bad weather season's coming, so you want to go get tire tread. Get good tires. But check the forecast. And so really what I ended up doing is I went ahead and I made a little bit of a slideshow to help out.
Let's check it out.
So here, let's go with this slideshow here right now. So, how to safely handle a winter storm.
Yep.
So, there's some snow on the ground. You never know what you're going to run into.
Yep.
So
that's pretty heavy snow there.
Shoveling. Wear sturdy boots with good treads.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we stretch before we start.
You
don't want to have that back or shoulder injury. Use a lightweight shovel with a bent or curved handle, as pictured.
Yeah, you can pick that up at the grocery stores, I see.
Yeah, $12-15, pretty easily accessible. Keep the shovel low into the ground and push rather than lift and toss.
Yeah.
Save on that back, definitely. Keep warm and take breaks if you're overexerting yourself, And when you're done, you want to salt. Salt after you're done, but also know when to stop. If you feel your body's going, being overworked, take a break and do it in shifts. So that's if you can shovel.
Okay, well,
okay, go ahead.
But I think, we know the storm's coming, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we might have to get up a little bit earlier, I would think, sometimes.
To prepare and check and make sure,
That's what happens. I know you're going to get into some other techniques, but I think if we know the storm's going to come, we may have to rise a little bit earlier to
Yep.
get out there because we don't want to get plowed in. Or
Correct.
something. The plows do come by, and hey,
They're going to push the snow in front of you. Yeah.
So waking up a little bit earlier on a snow day.
Yep,
would be
an hour early, definitely big helpful. So,
Right.
if you don't shovel, I mean, an alternate option without shoveling would be, hey, you get a snowblower.
Snowblower, yeah.
Or a personal plow. You can put a personal plow on your lawnmower.
Yeah.
You can put a personal plow
Four-wheeler.
on a four-wheeler,
Yep.
side by side, or even a pickup truck.
Yep.
If you have that option. The other option, when all else fails,
Yeah.
hire someone to plow.
There you go.
Hey, they come, they plow you out.
Yeah, you know, a
And,
lot of those, for those that don't know, a lot of the, especially in the Northeast here, a lot of guys who do the lawn cutting in the,
They do plowing in the winter.
right.
That's how they make it a full year
No,
job.
I forgot to do something here. Hopefully I'm
Hopefully
get mic'd
you're
up.
okay.
Everybody heard me.
We can heard you.
Heard my, but they do snowplow, and they get excited for it because they don't really have a source of income during the winter months because
right.
grass isn't growing, right?
Correct.
So an idea.
So now let's say we get ourselves shoveled out.
Okay.
Now we got to go get the car and we're on our way. And what happens if we end up automobile tips? So moving on with this one.
That's a cute picture.
If you get stuck in the snow,
Yeah.
resist the urge of stepping on the gas and spinning your wheels. All
Yeah.
that's going to do is dig more ruts and you're going to get deeper and deeper in. Try to steadily rocking the vehicle back and forth by using reverse and drive. Put it in drive, pop it in reverse as you rock it out. Dig out by using a shovel and clearing snow from your tires.
Yep.
Increase traction by sprinkling some salt, sand, or cat litter around to get some tread underneath it. And find a friend.
Yeah.
Having a friend give you a push out could be a huge help, along with watching for oncoming traffic. Definitely. And then digging out of your car, make sure that you clear the space around so that way you have room to work.
Yep.
Avoid using a shovel to clean up your car. Obviously, you're going to
Yeah.
dent and scratch your car, and it's just going to upset you. Once you clean your car off, start it and let the defrost and heat do the work. Warm up the vehicle
Yep.
and melt off any ice that's on there. And confirm that your tailpipe is cleared while you're letting the car run, because of any snow or ice, so that way it's you don't have any backlog into
Yeah.
that or anything such as there. In the end, slow and steady wins the race. Travel safely.
Yeah,
Arrive safely.
I think, the end there, once we get dug out and everything, and we're ready to roll. So I think, you're now on a snowy covered road.
Right.
Right. So taking your time, really. For me, I have for those that don't know, I have a 2010 Honda Accord. You wouldn't say it's a front wheel drive. So honestly, and I've had trucks before, the front wheel drive is almost just as good as four wheel drive.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you got good tires on it.
Yep. That's the key thing. Good
You
tires
just
is huge.
take your time, and if you're not used to it, really, if you just take your time and don't jam your brakes, and you're going to get there safely.
Right.
It might
Just
take
go
you a little bit
slower.
longer.
It's going to take you a little longer, but commute if
Right.
let's say you're 12 minutes away, maybe you get there in 20.
Right.
If you're 20 minutes away, you get there in 30. But you're there, you're safe, and you're there to they count on you to show up for work.
Yeah.
And so you're there.
Yeah, I think that's it's great tips. I know we're going to have some more snowstorms this year.
We have another one coming up just
Yeah.
this weekend. So definitely want to make sure we're
Yeah.
preparing. As you said, set your alarm an hour earlier, go out and check it, make sure you give yourself ample time. to
The other
do all
thing
this.
is too, we've done this before for when it's treacherous out there. We've gone pick up individually.
Absolutely.
So call your supervisor
Yeah.
and just say, hey, I'm trying to get out, but I'm stuck. Is there an option? But I think again, I go back to that school thing where just call the schools just say
this
it's
new day and age that
Yeah.
we set, this new trend that we set for whatever. Just
So I think that these helpful tips, and if anybody has any, questions, they can reach out to you and
Absolutely.
say you gladly help them through it. And I think it'd just be great for everybody.
And going on where you reach out to your supervisor. If you know something's going to happen, you're not comfortable, reach out before the storm. Hey,
Yeah.
would you mind giving me a ride?
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah, some people have those four-wheel drives and some don't, so it's just about communication. So that's great tips. Again, I tasked you with that to help everybody out here.
Absolutely.
Seem to be.
We're here to help.
Yeah, but speaking of snow, so last week, so we talk about snow in North Carolina. We operate warehouses down there. And last Sunday, the party that provides the service down there and the transportation, it's not Watsontown, but they were unable to drive in the snow. So, of course, they called the WTC, and we were able to provide them 3 drivers.
Good.
Drove down. It wasn't pretty, by no means. It was snowing, right, and the roads weren't, the best shape. But I gotta give a shout out because these three gentlemen really stepped up their game that day. Bradley Wimmer, Josh Hurl, and Greg Sowers all went down.
Great job, guys.
And really just kept the operation running, which was huge. And it was slow. It wasn't like but they took the challenge on. They understood drive slow and keep your distance, right?
Yep.
And they were able to do it, without issue. So great for them.
Great job.
I can't go enough because it's so important with Rod down there at Winston and what these guys did. So again, shout out.
So good. That'll be the safety tip, and I think we have one last thing. We'll roll into our trivia.
Ooh, yeah.
And this week was
big
special
day.
Holiday.
Yeah, big
special
day.
Holiday started off the week was Martin Luther King Day. So definitely, I went with 3 trivia questions for Martin Luther King.
Let's do it.
Question 1: what was Martin Luther King's birth name? So when he was born, his parents gave him a name. It was not Martin. What was it?
All right, there you go.
2: at what age did Martin Luther King enter college?
I'm going to guess he was Dr. Martin Luther King. So I'm going to say, just based on that question, I'm going to say earlier than what most people do.
But later than Doogie Howser. And number 3.
I wonder, does Grant know Doogie Howser?
He doesn't know Doogie Howser. No, he has no idea. Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
What interesting thing happened to Martin Luther King 29 times?
Interesting, unique, challenging. Yeah, I think I have that answer, but 29 times.
29 times.
Think about that.
So submit those answers. We did have a winner last week.
Who was it?
Matt Hickey.
Woo!
Matt Hickey.
He's
not even an employee.
No.
He's actually a general manager for a hotel chain.
But he loves the show.
Loves the show.
Yeah.
He's one of my childhood friends, and I really didn't actually realize that he watched the show, and he sent me the answers last week, and he's like, "Did I win?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you did." So he's all excited. So I have
you
a
get
shirt.
some merch?
I got a merch. I'm going to deliver the merch this weekend.
Wonderful.
We'll see each other. So, but yeah. So
another great week.
another great week. Sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors.
Can't do
Can't
without
them. We got a lot going on. I guess from the electric trucks to the warehousing to just
Continue steady growth.
All the way through. We shout out to just not only our sponsors but the customers that allow us to who trust in us to do transportation, warehousing,
and the hardworking employees we have.
Yeah.
We can't forget. I mean, I know we always say about everybody else, but the hardworking employees that make things happen.
Right.
There's a list of them today, multiple groups, and every day, you guys and girls in here,
absolutely
here,
working
warehouse,
hard.
all over, working hard and doing great things. So keep up the great work.
Till next week. Stay
Have a good
safe.
week.
Take care.